don't know that. Because you know, you can go and have a set of braids for a month and you can see a whole bunch of new growth at the top, but when you go to like iron out your real hair, or even just to do like the stretch method to see how long your hair is, you don't see any progress, and that's because you're not taking care of the hair underneath inside of the braid. You're focusing too much on the scalp, because really, like I said, your hair is going to grow regardless, whether that's fast, slow, medium. It's going to grow from the scalp. But if your hair is dry in them braids, all that protective styling is for nothing. Hey guys, it's Mica LaFlame. I'm here for another YouTube video. Today we're on our part 2 of the review for the beauty of Rashida. So, the last video, if you did watch it, and if you didn't, you can go back. But for the last video, what we did was I opened up the products and I read all of the the purposes for each one. And this time, I'm actually going to apply it to my hair. I can't do any like real review yet, except for like observations, but the next video I will tell you how I like it so far, like thus far, and I'll apply some more. And then the last video, of course, will be how I like it overall. So let's go ahead and get started. So for the first step, I'm going to go with my follicle detox hair cleanser. So like I mentioned before in one of my last videos, is to keep my hair moisturized, I wet my scalp first and then I put oil on it, because oil is a sealant, of course. But since I have this, there's no need to spray water on my hair first. I can just go ahead and skip that step and apply this straight to my scalp. So I'm just gonna, it's like a milky color. I don't know if you can see. And then I'm gonna kind of massage that into the area, because that's kind of a lot. I really believe in massaging. And then massage that in to each section. It feels very nice on my hair, actually. And I'm just gonna keep massaging that in. So yeah, I'm gonna let that sit in there for a little bit. I feel like I've penetrated every single area at this point, and I haven't used that much of the product, so that's good. As I mentioned in that last review that I did for a product, was that that Hollywood hair growth serum. It ran out really fast to be $30, and I just felt like I needed more for my money. That makes sense. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. It feels really good. It actually really does. And it smells good too. That usually doesn't happen, but I do like that. It does make my scalp feel really nice. Okay, so after I let it sit for a little bit, I'm trying to speed the video for you guys so you're not sitting here forever, but you get the gist of the products because they are really good so far. So it says in the directions that you're supposed to let it sit for a little bit after you massage it, and then you want to rinse your, well, not rinse, but you want to get like a wet cloth and you know, wipe it out of your hair. But however, I don't want to use a towel, so I just have like an old shirt. This is my old work shirt. So what I'm gonna do, and it has to be cool water, definitely has to be cool water. So what I'm gonna do is I have my spray bottle here, and I'm just gonna spray the spots where I had it. I'm gonna start in the front because that's where I started, and I'm just gonna wipe it out with my shirt. But I'm not gonna rub too hard so that the roots of my hair are looking old to a certain extent, but I do want to get it out. I don't want it to sit in there forever. This stuff smells so good, guys. This is such a step up. I'm so excited. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm using an old shirt because with towels, sometimes the texture of towels are just a little too hard, and you want to care for your hair. You don't want to put your hair through the wringer. I mean, you know what I mean? And when you're taking it out, like when you're going through your hair with the towel, don't be too hard on your hair. It doesn't take too much to get it out. It really doesn't. So after I wipe it out, I kind of let it sit for a little bit because, you know, you don't want to freshly apply the oil right onto your wet scalp. So I let it sit for a little bit. I wasn't going to sit on camera and just waste video time, but yes. So now for the next step, I'm going to apply the scalp energizing oil. This is my favorite part. I just love oiling my scalp. It just feels so good. And it smells so good too. So I'm just gonna apply it just like I applied the first step. I always start at the front because I don't know. The back of my hair does its own little thing with growth. I'm very proud of it. But I like to pay the most attention to the top of my hair. But that's just me. So yeah. I just get that through there. And I spread it throughout my scalp. With the oil though, you don't really have to do too much because it's going to do what it does, because oil just runs. And then just like the last step, I'm just going to massage it into my hair. And yeah, let it do what it do. This makes my scalp feel so good, guys. Like, it really, really does. So, yeah. And then, that's the second step. So, now you're done with the scalp in total. So, now we're just going to move on to the protective part. So, you know how your hair, like, okay. You know how your hair, when you're just in braids, it kind of just sits in those braids. Well, if you don't touch the hair underneath the braids, that's really where you like struggle to like that's where you struggle with your retention. So you can keep your hair braided up all the time. Your hair is going to grow from the root regardless. But if you don't take care of the hair inside of the braids, that's where you're going to struggle with keeping your length. So that's where this wonderful product comes in. This is our Protective Style Hydrator. So this smells really good, guys. Like, it smells so good. I'm just gonna spray it into my hand and I'm gonna work it in to the twist. So like I said last video, this works for pretty much all styles, really. It even works for faux locks, and yes, soft locks if you're counting. It smells so good. It smells so good. And I'm just gonna run this down the braid. But a lot of people actually don't know that. Because, you know, you can go and have a set of braids for a month and you can see a whole bunch of new growth at the top. But when you go to like iron out your real hair, or even just to do like the stretch method to see how long your hair is, you don't see any progress, and that's because you're not taking care of the hair underneath inside of the braid. You're focusing too much on the scalp, because really, like I said, your hair is going to grow regardless, whether that's fast, slow, medium. It's going to grow from the scalp. But if your hair is dry in them braids, all that protective styling is for nothing. It's for absolutely nothing. So yeah, I kind of OD'd with the product though, I'm not even gonna lie. But I just want to make sure I have all of the hair moisturized. And these are short, so it's kind of easier. So yeah, that's the 3-step process, guys. It's not hard at all. It's not too time consuming, and even if it was, you know, it's your hair. Your hair is important. You should want to go the extra mile to keep your hair in tip-top shape. So yeah, that was the process, and please stay tuned for the next video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Next week, I believe. I think it'll be next week. Yeah, it'll be next week. I'll update you guys with the next video, and we'll go from there. Bye.
Get to the beat, 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 get to the beat.